This is the story of Sea Warden, a brand new Privilège Signature 510, beginning her first long journey at sea. Delivered from the shipyard in Les Sables-d'Olonne, the Catamaran is on her way south, a delivery passage that will eventually take her across the Atlantic to the Caribbean. In this series, we follow the first part of that voyage, accompanying Sea Warden from the French Atlantic coast to the Canary Islands. In the first episode, the crew prepared the yacht for departure, provisioning the boat, checking every system on board, and waiting for the right weather window to finally leave the harbor. In the second episode, Sea Warden crossed one of the most respected stretches of water in Europe, the Bay of Biscay. After several days at sea, racing the approach of the next low-pressure system, the crew reached Porto just in time. But what no one expected was that Portugal would hold the boat longer than planned. Powerful Atlantic swells made it impossible to safely enter or leave the marina. For several days, the harbor remained closed. The crew used the unexpected pause well, taking care of small tasks on board and preparing the yacht for the final leg of the journey. But Porto offered more than just time to work. For a few days, the rhythm of life shifted from offshore routines to the pace of the city. Narrow streets, old stone houses, and the Douro River flowing through the heart of Porto. The crew wandered through historic alleys, shared meals in small local restaurants, and enjoyed the rare luxury of sleeping without the motion of the sea. Moments like these are part of every long voyage, brief pauses between passages before the ocean calls again. Then finally, the message arrived everyone had been waiting for. The harbor was open. After a short stop at the fuel dock, Sea Warden was ready to leave Porto behind, rested, prepared, and with full tanks. The next destination, Lanzarote.
We had planned to leave the next day after the low pressure left, but unfortunately we had 6-meter waves at the entrance, and they shut down, red flagged what they call it, the whole harbor. So we spent another day. I mean, it's not what we wanted, but spent another day. But we're getting ready to exit now. We'll see what the waves look like. But, the harbor's open. And the weather we got for going to Lanzarote looks pretty good. We should have tailwinds most of the way. Might get a little brisk 48 hours before we arrive. We're looking at 35 knot winds, but they'll be to our backside, so following seas are always nice. Who knows, maybe we'll get some real speed going in Sea Warden and have a nice safe trip into Lanzarote.
What he didn't know at that moment was that the expected 35 knots would eventually turn into winds of more than 45. As Sea Warden passes the harbor entrance of Porto, the reason for the closure of the marina during the past days becomes immediately clear. Massive Atlantic swells are still breaking along the coastline, powerful waves rolling in from the open ocean and crashing against the shore. Out at sea, however, those waves unfold into long, rolling swells that lift the catamaran gently up and down. The passing low-pressure system has brought something else with it, something in our favor. Just as forecasted, the wind has shifted. And now the call is simple: sails up. Sea Warden is equipped with the latest sails from One Sails, including the trade wind sail, which is also known as the Batman sail, an unusual head sail that spreads out like 2 wings and delivers maximum drive with the wind from behind. With wind and waves on the stern, Sea Warden accelerates south. With steady winds from behind, Sea Warden settles into her rhythm. Day after day, the catamaran moves gracefully through the Atlantic swells. The sails fill, the miles slip by, and for a while, the ocean seems almost effortless. Sometimes the sea even sends its own companions. Dolphins appear beside the hulls, riding the bow waves and escorting the boat for a short stretch of the journey. And while the ocean offers moments like these, It's teamwork that carries the journey forward. And when the job is done, the whole deck knows it.
That was good. Yeah, we win.
For several days, the wind remains favorable. One by one, the different sails come into play, each adding its part to the steady progress south. But on the final day of the passage, it becomes clear that the weather system following behind will eventually catch up. And during the last night before reaching the Canary Islands, it finally does.
We had a gust at 35, 33, 45. Yeah. A little cloud, we passed. Oh, big wave. Because for the moment it's a gust. We are just wet, and the gust will pass. But with 23, 26 knots, you can be with one reef. Okay. But by security, we'll take the second one. But it's normal. It's just a gust under cloud. Don't worry.
The wind rises beyond 45 knots. Rain sweeps across the deck, and waves of more than 6 meters roll through the darkness. But a Privilège is built for exactly these moments. Even in the harshest conditions, Sea Warden moves safely and confidently through the night. And then, morning arrives. With the first light of day, the clouds begin to break, and on the horizon, land appears. Lanzarote. The storm fades behind the boat, the sea calms, and mile by mile, Sea Warden approaches her destination. Soon, the entrance of Marina Rubicon comes into view. What began in the shipyard of Les Sables-d'Olonne as a newly finished yacht has now become the first chapter of a much larger journey. Over 3 episodes, Sea Warden has left the French coast, crossed the Bay of Biscay, and sailed south along the Atlantic to the Canary Islands. Here in Lanzarote, the voyage pauses for a while. Soon, when the next weather window opens, Sea Warden will continue her journey, setting course across the Atlantic toward the Caribbean. Until then, we wish her what every sailor hopes for: a steady wind, safe seas, and always a hand's breadth of water beneath the keel. And to her owners, James and Lori, may this boat carry you across many oceans to countless new horizons around the world.